Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Dvaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Dvaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Dvaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So, Hare Krishna, welcome all the devotees to our afternoon session of Chaitanya Charitamrita. We are on Madhya Lila, chapter number 14, the Vrindavan pastimes of the Lord. And can we revise a bit what we have done in the previous session? Does anybody remember? Does anybody want to share what we have seen? Where are we currently in the flow of our Vrindavana pastimes of the Lord? Yes?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Yes, Mataji, please tell.
We have seen in this 14th chapter that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to the festival of Lakshmi Vijayotsav, or it is called as Hira Panchami.
Yes. Yes, so he was in Sundarachal. He was staying near Gundicha temple. Every day, Mahaprabhu and the different devotees, they were taking darshan of Lord Jagannath, doing kirtans, dancing kirtans, and he was going to various devotees' houses for prasadam. This all we saw. Now it is the time of Hera Panchami. So from Gundicha temple, which is called as Sundarachal, he goes to Shri temple, which is called as what? Let me share my screen. Yeah, is this visible?
Yes, Mother.
Okay. Yeah, so we saw that from Gundicha temple, he goes to Shri Mandir, where the Hera Panchami festival is going to be observed. And what is Hera Panchami festival? Can somebody highlight on that? What is the meaning of the word Hera Panchami?
On the 5th day, Lakshmi Mataji comes there to see the Bhagavan, as he didn't come for the 5 days. He didn't keep the darshan for 5 days.
Correct. So when leaving the temple, we know that before the Jagannath Rath Yatra, Jagannath Ji and Jagannath Ji falls sick. So for many days he is sick. He cannot get out of the house. He's not giving darshan to anybody. So after he becomes all right, he asks permission from Lakshmi Devi that he wants to take a ride in the town. So he just wants to go out, and he wants to just now, because he has not been outside for many days, so he wants to go out for a ride on his chariot. So he takes permission and tells Lakshmi Devi that in 2 days I will return back. I will not take much time. I will immediately come back. So Jagannath Ji, that is Jagannath Ji, Baldev and Subhadra, all of them on their chariots, they go. That we have seen. Then that Rath Yatra festival happens. Jagannath Ji goes to the Gundicha temple, and here Lakshmi Devi, she is waiting for Jagannath Ji. That okay, he said that I will return soon. Now it is 2 days have passed. Now 3 days have passed. Now 4 days have passed. Now the 5th day has come. Fifth days is passing away now, and still Jagannath Ji has not returned. And now first she was very worried. What is the problem? What is the problem? Now she becomes very angry. How can my husband, or how can Jagannath Ji not inform me where he is, and not take me with him Yeah, and he's away without informing that that it will take me so many days to come back. So now she is very angry because she knows where Jagannath ji has gone, but she is now very concerned and she is very much angry. Very soon we will read that also, where Swarup Damodar is telling the different types of anger manifested by the lovers. Okay, the lady lovers who are showing their anger towards their beloved. Okay, so now this Hera means what? Finding out, in search of. So the word Hera means to find out or search for somebody. So Lakshmi Devi, now she goes out of her temple to search her husband where he is. And that is the 5th day from his departure. So therefore it is called as Hera Panchami Mahotsav or Hera Panchami festival. Now, this is about Jagannath ji and Lakshmi Devi's pastime. Now coming back to where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is now there. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, with all his associates, he goes back to the Shri temple, because the ritual where Lakshmi Devi comes out of the temple, she is well dressed, she's wearing all her ornaments, she is very opulently going, even though she is angry and even though she is missing her husband, but she is showing her opulence. And in her opulence, she takes all her servants, all her sakhis with her, and she is going in search of Jagannath ji, and she will be trying to bring him back. Okay, so that is the point where now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu goes to Sri Mandir side, to the Jagannath temple, and now there, who is that? Sorry. Yeah, Kashi Mishra. So Kashi Mishra gives him a good seat from where he will see everything very nicely. There will be no disturbance in his view. That place Kashi Mishra gives to him. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is sitting there. And while he is sitting, and there is still some time for Lakshmi Devi to come out in her palanquin. So till that time, now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is asking various questions to Swarup Damodar, and Swarup Damodar is asking. So what question did he ask to Swarup Damodar? That we have already seen. We have completed till 123, but we will again start from 121. We'll just read the translation of the 2 shlokas and then we will go ahead. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, or asking rather, to Swarup Damodara that the Lord enjoys his pastimes day and night in various flower gardens there. Means he goes to Gundicha, and there every day he's enjoying nicely with the flower, with in the various gardens around. Okay, but why does he not take Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of fortune, with him? So he could have taken Lakshmi Devi and gone to Gundicha. No, why did he leave her behind and go alone to Gundicha temple or to Vrindavan in that sense? So Swarup Damodar is replying. This we have already read yesterday. Swarup Damodara replied, "My dear Lord, please hear the reasons for this. Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of fortune, cannot be admitted to the pastimes of Vrindavan, because Lakshmi Devi is always in an opulent mood. Okay, and she is the wife of Krishna. Whereas in Vrindavan, who is waiting for Krishna? All the gopis. They are the lovers of Krishna. So he cannot take his wife over there. So Lakshmi Devi is not allowed to enter the pastimes where Krishna is having his own time with the gopis. So therefore, Lakshmi Devi is not allowed over there. So he does not take her with him. And then we have also read that 123rd verse. In the pastimes of Vrindavan, the only assistants are the gopis. Only gopis are there in the pastimes of Vrindavan. But for the gopis, no one can attract the mind of Krishna, which means that nobody else can attract the minds of Krishna. Only gopis are capable of attracting him. That is what Swarup Damodara is telling. Let us read from 124. Very beautiful pastime. A little bit of philosophical answers also Swarup Damodara is giving. Yes. So let us read. Okay. Meenakshi Shankar Mataji, you may read 124.
Mataji, Hare Krishna. Sloka or translation, Mataji?
Sloka and translation both.
Okay, Mataji. Prabhu kahe yatra chale kshnera gamana subhadra ara baladeva sange dui chana. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The Lord said, using the car festival as an excuse, Krishna goes there with Subhadra and Baldev. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling Swarup Damodar, but he takes Subhadra and Balram over there. He is not taking Lakshmi Devi with him. and using the car festival as an excuse. He actually, what is the intention of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? To go to the Vrindavan and have pastimes with the gopis, of the Lord. Okay, but what excuse he is giving to Lakshmi Devi? That I was sick for so many days and I couldn't go out, so now I just want to take a ride on my cart. That is why he does the Rath Yatra festivals and just leaves the Shri Mandir, Lakshmi Devi's Mandir. Okay, yes, next. Sudha Mataji, and after that Lalita Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandat Pranam. Gopi sange yat lila haya upavane nigudha krishnera bhava keha nahi jane. Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. All the pastimes with the gopis that take place in those gardens are very confidential ecstasies of Lord Krishna. No one knows them. Thank you, Mataji.
Hari Bol. So all the pastimes, what is the Lord is doing with the gopis, they are very confidential. So nobody else is allowed to enter into the pastimes of Rasa Lila or pastimes of any pastime in the Vrindavan forest where Krishna is with the gopis. So even Lakshmi Devi is also not allowed, and nobody else can understand those pastimes even, right? Even if we try to many people say, no, I know how the Rasa Lila takes place. I can visualize how Krishna is dancing with all the gopis, or they speculate. So it is not possible for people in general, even people like us, to understand what is the bhava, what is the expressions, what are the emotions, what is the relation at that time between Krishna and the gopis. Many people try to consider it as take it in a very lusty way. They try to compare the pastimes of Krishna and the gopis with the pastimes of nowadays boys and girls, the way they roam about, or the way they have the lusty desires about each other. And so that is what people have seen. And therefore they try to imagine the relation between Krishna and the gopis in the same way. So how wrong it is, because Krishna is not at all on the material platform. He is completely on the spiritual level. So his emotions, his love for the gopis, or even the love of the gopis for Krishna, they cannot be considered as the modern love phenomenon of the current generation. So that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also saying that nobody can know them. We can only read about them, we can hear about them, but understanding those pastimes, it is very difficult, very, very difficult. Okay, that is why Prabhupada also, Srila Prabhupada tells not to directly jump on the 10th chapter. Many places in Bhagavad Gita, purports also, and other purports also, Prabhupada has always mentioned and restricted, please don't directly touch the 10th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Don't directly jump onto the Rasa Lila section of the 10th canto, because you will not understand those pastimes. To understand the pastimes of the Rasa Lila section of Krishna, first you need to completely understand the first 9 cantos. And by the time you complete the first 9 cantos of Srimad Bhagavatam, your heart is already purified. Because what is there inside Srimad Bhagavatam? It is all the stories, the narrations of pure devotional service. How are the different devotees of the Lord? What is devotional service? How they serve Krishna? And so many pastimes are there. We know pastimes of Kunti Maharani, Gajendra, Bhishma Dev, Chitraketu Maharaj. So many. How many we can add? It is about Prahlad Maharaj, about Dhruva Maharaj, so many, Ambarish Maharaj. So countless, we can count, but numerous pastimes where we can understand how the devotees of the Lord are. And by the time we read those Bhagavatam, or not only individual reading, but having Shravan of that, understanding them from the various bona fide acharyas, when we reach like that up to the 10th canto, then only we will understand actually who is Krishna, what is his relation with the gopis. And that too we cannot understand completely. Okay, so that same point Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also stressing here, that nobody can know these pastimes which take place between Krishna and the gopis. It's not very easy. It's very, very difficult to understand. Okay, 126. Yes. Lalita Mataji and later Sindhu Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Ateva Krishna prakatye nachi kichu dosha tabe ke ne Lakshmi Devi kare etaroša. Translation by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Since there is no fault at all in Krishna's pastime, why does the goddess of fortune become angry?
Yeah,
Right.
so because now Lakshmi Devi is coming out of her palace, her mandir, Sri Mandir, and she is very angry and she is going in search of Jagannath. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying that we know that just now, as we explained, that Krishna is not on the material platform. Jagannath Ji is not on the material platform. He is completely on the spiritual level. So, but Lakshmi Devi can understand this, right? Because she is also a continuous companion of Lord Jagannath or Krishna. So she knows that these pastimes are very pure. These pastimes are, even though they are confidential, there is no contamination in these pastimes. So then why does she become angry? Then why should she become? She should say, no, okay, I know why you are going there. Please go and come back whenever possible. But she's not doing that. She's becoming very angry. What is the reason for becoming angry? That is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is asking. Yes, Mataji, please read 127.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yes.
Srila Prabhupada. Okay. Next 127.
7. Yes.
Okay. Swarupa kahe prema vatira eta swabhava kantera audashya leshe haya krodha bhava. Translation is Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Swarup Damodar replied, it's the nature of a girl afflicted by love to become immediately angry upon finding any neglect on the part of her lover. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So yes, so what happens that Swarup Damodar Prabhu is now explaining Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that, it is a general natural nature of any girl that when her lover leaves her, the one who is very beloved, when somebody is very close to the heart, that person leaves her through negligence. Right now, Lakshmi Devi knew that he is going to different gardens, he is enjoying in the gardens, and he's not taking her with him. He has not taken her with him. So she becomes very angry. So any girl who knows that her lover has left her unnoticed, without paying any attention towards her, not even concerned of reminding or sending a note to her through some message to her that I will be late, I will be coming after 10 days, 7 days, whatever it is. So any girl who loves so much, she is naturally going to become very angry. She is going to express that anger in various ways. What are those ways that we are going to discuss now? Okay, next one. Gayatri Mataji, later Rupali Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Text 128. Hena kale kachitaya he vividha ratana Suvarnera Chaudola Kari Arohana. Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. While Swarupa Damodara and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were talking, the procession of the goddess of fortune came by. She was riding upon a golden palanquin carried by 4 men and bedecked with
bedecked with a variety of jewels. Okay, so yes, while they were talking, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is asking questions, Swarup Damodar is replying to his questions. That time, and by that time, Lakshmi Devi has come out of the temple now, and she is on the palanquin, which is carried by the 4 people, and she is well decorated. She has worn all the ornaments, variety of jewels, and now but she is in a very angry mood, and she is going to in search of Jagannath Ji. So here, I'll just close this Veda base here. And I will show you a very small video. The video is in Odia language, but we can at least see what is going on. Just a small clip where Lakshmi Devi is coming out of the temple, how this Hera Panchami festival takes place. Now, not complete Hera Panchami, but to a small, just how she comes out. That part we are going to see. Just 1 minute. Share sound. Okay. Just let me know if you can hear it. Can you see?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes,
Mataji.
Okay, I will play it.
आज पवित्र हेरा पंचमी भाई भौणी को सांगरे धरी नवदिनात्मक यात्रा महाप्रभु श्री जगन्नाथ गुंडीचा मंदिर अवस्थान करिसेंती। महालक्ष्मी प्रभुंक दर्शन अभिलाष रे आसी श्रीमंदिर गुंडीचा मंदिर को विजय करिवे। तेबे गुंडीचा मंदिर में महाप्रभु दर्शन न पाई महालक्ष्मी रागरे नंदीघोष रथ भांगा सहित हेरागोरी शाही दे श्रीमंदिर को प्रत्यावर्तन करेंगे। यह विशेष रीति दर्शन पर प्रबल भक्त और श्रद्धालुंकर भिड़ देखा मिलुछि।
Okay, see how nicely she is decorated with all the flowers and all the people are carrying her. Yeah, so that is the way she goes. Sorry, I'll stop sharing. That is how Hera Panchami starts actually. This is not complete. The Hera Panchami festival is big festival. She goes there, then she breaks the Ratha of Jagannath Ji, and then the servants of Jagannath Ji are caught by the servants of Lakshmi Devi. They are tied and brought to Lakshmi Devi. They surrender to her. So it's a big festival, very, very beautiful pastime. So we will learn about it as and when we are reading about it. But yes, this is how Lakshmi Devi comes out. So could you see it properly, how they carry Lakshmi Devi on the palanquin? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Now 120. Yes, Rupali Mataji, you can read. I'm just sharing just 1 minute. Sorry. Yeah, 129.
Hare Krishna Mataji,
Dandavat.
Chhatra chamar dhwaja patakar gana nana vadya age nache devadasi gana. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The palanquin was also surrounded by people carrying umbrellas, chamara, whisk and flags, and it was preceded by musicians and dancing girls. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Mataji. So here we saw, no, how they are carrying umbrellas, they are putting the chamaras on her. The people are playing various musical instruments, and they proceed towards the Gundicha temple. Next, Chandana Mataji, after the Shri Priya Mataji.
Okay. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
तांबूला संपुटा झारी व्यजना चामारा साथे दासी शताहारा दिव्या भूषांबरा. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The maid servants were carrying water pitchers, chamara, whisks and boxes for betel nuts. There were hundreds of maid servants, all attractively dressed and wearing valuable necklaces. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
This is the description of the people who are with her, her maid servants or different servants, how they are carrying the different things with Lakshmi Devi. Yes, next.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Text 131. Alaukika Aishwarya Sange Bahu Parivara Kridahane Lakshmi Devi Aila Simha Dwara. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. An angry mood, the goddess of fortune, arrived at the main gate of the temple, accompanied by many members of her family, all of whom exhibited uncommon appeal. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
She now has reached the temple gate. Yes, next we'll read. This is all just the process which is happening. You can just visualize it. Now Kishori Mataji, please raise your hands for further reading.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Jagannathera mukhya yata britya gane Lakshmi Devira dasa gana karina bandhana. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. When the procession arrived, the maid servant of the goddess of fortune began to arrest all the principal servants of Lord Jagannath. Hare Krishna Mataji.
So they reached the Gundicha temple, and the actual story behind it is like that the servants of Jagannath Ji, they, on seeing that Lakshmi Devi is coming and she is so angry, they try to close the door of the Gundicha temple. Anyhow, Lakshmi Devi is not allowed to go inside because it is considered as Vrindavan. So it is said in some places that Lakshmi Devi will go around. She searches for Jagannath Ji in all the places around the temple, and she cannot find Jagannath Ji there, but she knows that he is inside because his chariot is standing outside. Okay, so that is what happens. But these servants of Jagannath Ji try to stop them from going inside. Therefore, all the maid servants of goddess of Lakshmi Devi, they just catch hold of them and they bind them with ropes and they start beating them and talking ill words to them. Okay, yes, next. Krishnamurti Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes.
Just 133 Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji, 133.
Bandiya aniya pade Lakshmira charane Korayana dandakari layana nadhane. Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada ki jai. The maid servants bound the servants of Jagannatha, handcuffed them, and made them fall down at the lotus feet of the goddess of fortune. Indeed, they were arrested just like thieves who have all their riches taken away. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So it is Chora journey. So just like the thieves are caught, in the same way, even these servants of these are those, see, they are actually very dear devotees of the Lord. Who can be the servants of the Lord? Only the very dear devotees of the Lord can become the servants of the Lord. So these servants of the Lord are not ordinary people. They are very much loved by the Lord. They are very dear to the Lord. So, but still these were just tied, just like the police will tie the thieves. In that way, they tie the servants of Jagannath Ji and they bring them to the feet of Lakshmi Devi. They make them bow down to the Lakshmi Devi's feet. Purport: when Lord Jagannath starts his car festival, he gives assurance to the goddess of fortune that he will return the next day. When he does not return, the goddess of fortune, after waiting 2-3 days, begins to feel that her husband has neglected her. She naturally becomes quite angry. Gorgeously decorating herself and her associates, she comes out of the temple and stands before the main gate. All the principal servants of Lord Jagannath are then arrested by her maid servants, brought before her and forced to fall down at her lotus feet. Okay. This is what we discussed already. Yes, Rupali Mataji, you can read 34.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Achetanavat tare kare na tadane nana mata gali dena banda vachani. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. When the servant fell down before the lotus feet of the goddess of fortune, they almost fell unconscious. They were fell and made the book of jokes and loose language.
So the maid servants of Lakshmi Devi, they are also in a very angry mood. Lakshmi Devi is already, she's in angry mood. Now all the servants of Jagannath Ji are very much afraid. They are terribly shaking with fear. So much so that almost they fall unconscious. They are so much afraid of Lakshmi Devi that they fall unconscious. They becoming unconscious. And the maid servants and all the other servants of Lakshmi Devi, they are chastising them, beating them, talking to them with foul language. Gali galoj bolte na, they are giving them bad names and they are just insulting the servants of Jagannath Ji like anything. Okay, because they are showing their anger. Now they cannot show this anger on Jagannath Ji, so they are showing all their anger towards his servants. Okay, yes, next. Sudha Mataji and then Radhika Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes.
Text 135 Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. 135.
Yeah. Lakshmi Sange Dasi Ganera Pragalbhaya Dekiya Hase Mahaprabhura Gana Moke Hasta Diya. Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's associates saw such impudence exhibited by the maid servants of the goddess of fortune, they covered their faces with their hands and began to smile. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all his associates are watching all this, what is going on. And just as when some drama is going on, we feel like laughing, so we'll close our mouth and start laughing loudly. So same way, everybody is laughing, everybody is enjoying that particular event that is happening. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also enjoying the Hera Panchami festival. Yes, Mataji, please read. Radhika Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Damodara kahe aiche manera prakara Ti jagate kaha nahi suni amara. Hare Krishna, translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada Jai. Swarupa Damodara said, there is no egoistic pride like this within the three worlds. At least I have never seen it or heard of it.
Heard. Yeah. So Swarup Damodara is again now telling, he's actually praising also Lakshmi Devi, and he's telling how this pride is, presented or shown to everybody by Lakshmi Devi. So whenever there is anger is exhibited or pride is exhibited in various different ways. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will ask that question in the coming shlokas. So, but this, somebody is very angry, but she is decorating herself with so many jewels. If I am very angry, what will I do? I will remove the jewelry. I'll throw it off. Means normal girls, she will do. Some people will do like that. Some people will throw tantrums. They will, when many times the girls, they just set their hair loose in anger. They are not well properly dressed in anger. But here Lakshmi Devi, what a way. She is so egoistic that in her anger also she's showing that I am who I am Lakshmi Devi. So she is well dressed, very nice, beautiful dress, very beautiful jewelry, very opulent palanquin is there, all the servants are there, and in that way she has presented herself. So in her anger also there is a, in our language nowadays, class. She is showing her class. What is my level? I am the wife of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So in her anger also she is maintaining her decorum. And in that way, she is showing her pride and anger. And that way, because in that attire, these all the servants of Jagannath are so afraid of her. Okay. Yes. Next. 137. Who is reading? Meenakshi Mataji and then Karapagauli Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare.
मानिनी निरुत साहे छड़े विभूषण भूमे वासी नखे लेखे मलिन वदन. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. When a woman is neglected and disappointed, out of egoistic pride, she gives up her ornaments and morosely sits down on the ground, marking lines on it with her nails. Hare Krishna Mataji.
So Swarup Damodar is saying, see how graciously Lakshmi Devi is showing her anger. Otherwise, what generally ladies will do or a girl will do, she will give up her nice dress. She will give up, just as I said earlier, she will give up all her ornaments. She will be very morose, very fallen face, with tears in her eyes, and she will keep herself seated on the ground. And just she will be, we have seen in old movies when we were children, that the girls, they will sit like this and draw something on the ground. Just with their fingers, they will try to do something as if they're showing that I am not happy with whatever is going on around me. But here, Lakshmi Devi is showing completely opposite nature. She's very angry. She is showing it outside also. Okay. Yes. Next. Karapagoli Mataji.
Krishna Dandat Mataji. Purve Satyabhamare Sunivam Vidamana Praje Gopi Ganeri Mana Rasari Nidana. Translation by Prabhupada ki jai. I have heard of this kind of pride in Satyabhama, Krishna's proudest queen, and I have also heard of it in the gopis of Vrindavana, who are the reservoirs of all transcendental mellows. Thank you, Mataji.
So when Krishna used to disappear from Vrindavana forest, that time gopis also showed their anger or showed their ego, that why should I only go and find out where Krishna is? He should come and find us. Okay, so they will just not care about him for few moments, and then Krishna will come looking for, or where are you, like that. So different people, different ladies will have their own way of showing their anger or showing their neglect, that how they are neglected, to show that they are sad. But here, Lakshmi Devi is this is different. Even he's giving the example of Satyabhama, Krishna's queen, who is very proud. We generally know one very this story from Satyabhama. She's so proud that I am the best wife of Krishna. Do we know that story? That Krishna's Tula, they make him sit on the measuring this thing, no? What it is called?
Measuring scale.
Measuring scale, yeah. Tula only. Then she puts all her ornaments in one pat, and on the other side Krishna is there. And how much ever she's very very proud of her devotion, and also very proud of that I am the best queen and I can do anything for Krishna. I can give out everything also. So she brings all her ornaments. She brings ornaments of her maid servants also, all the ornaments of other queens also. Everything she puts in one side. But still Krishna's cannot be measured completely. And how then it gets balanced? Just by
offered by
Tulsi leaf offered by Rukmini.
Yeah, Rukmini.
But means what? That the point here is that whenever a wife is felt neglected, she acts in such a rage in different ways. Somebody is showing the anger through fighting. Somebody is showing the anger by not talking to their beloved. Somebody shows the anger by just crying. And there are different ways of showing that anger. So one of that is about Satyabhama also, and the gopis also is mentioning over here. Swarup Damodar. Okay, 139. Radhika Mataji, then Chandana Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Ino nija sampati sabha prakata kariya priyera uparayaya saina sanjaya. Hare Krishna. Translation by Srila Prabhupada Vijay. But in the case of the goddess of fortune, I see a different kind of pride. She manifests her own opulence and even goes with her soldiers to attack her husband. Hare Krishna.
Please read the purport also.
Sure, Mataji. Purport. Mataji, can someone read the purport?
Shall I read, Mataji?
I'm reading from a very tiny mobile.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Yes,
Purport by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. After seeing the impudence of the goddess of fortune, Swarupa Damodar Goswami wanted to inform Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu about the super excellence of the gopis' loving affairs. He therefore said, "My Lord, I have never experienced anything like the behavior of the goddess of fortune. We sometimes see a beloved wife, becoming proud of her position and then frustrated due to some neglect. She then gives up caring for her appearance, accepts dirty clothes, and morosely sits on the ground and draws lines with her nails. We have heard of such egoistic pride in Satyabhama and the gopis of Vrindavana, but what we see in the goddess of fortune here at Jagannath Puri is completely different. She becomes very angry with her husband and attacks him with her great opulence." Hare Krishna Mataji. Dandavad pranams.
Hare Krishna. So we have already discussed this. Let us go ahead. So sorry. 140. Who is reading? Chandana Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Shobha Mataji can read.
प्रभु कहे कहा व्रजेरा मानेरा प्रकारा स्वरूपा कहे गोपी मना नादिशाता धारा. Translation by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "Please tell me the varieties of egoistic pride manifested in Vrindavana." Even purport also, Mataji.
Yeah, actually that is not purport. It is the same shloka. Yes, you can read.
So, purport by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Swarupa Damodara replied, "The pride of the gopis is like a river flowing with hundreds of tributaries."
Yeah. So the Swarupa Damodara is telling that pride of the gopis is like the rivers flowing with hundreds of tributaries. A river is flowing, how many, whenever they find a way, the river just take a turns and goes to that way. So that way, so many different tributaries are created and the river flows in so many directions. So like that, the ego or the pride of the gopis, it cannot be defined in one statement that when the gopis are not, when the gopis are sad, they do this. Or when the gopis are angry, they do this. In one statement, it cannot be explained. Like there are hundreds of tributaries. There are hundreds of different types of anger, different types of ego, different types of response to their angers. So just as we discussed so many times, that sometimes they become angry and they will throw different things. Sometimes they will not talk with Krishna. Sometimes they will just go on crying. Sometimes they will hide their face. And even if Krishna is telling them, please let me see your face, they will not show. They will say, no, I will not show your face. You're not a good person, or I'm angry on you, like that. So there are so many, just like the river have so many tributaries, there are so many different ways in which the gopis show their anger towards their beloved. That is what Swarup Damodar is explaining to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Next. Yes, Mataji. Shobha Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam Mataji, Hari Bol, text 141. नायिकारा स्वभाव प्रेमा वृते बहु बेढ़ा सेई भेड़े नाना प्रकारा मानेरा उद्भेड़ा. Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The characteristics and modes of love are different in different women. Their jealous anger also takes on different varieties and qualities.
Okay, so we have already understood this. Yes, thank you, Mataji. We'll go ahead. Yes. Now Kishori Mataji. After that, Sudha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samyaka gopikara manana yaya kathana eka tui bede kari diga darshana. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. It is not possible to give a complete statement about the different types of jealous anger manifest by the gopis, but a few principles may serve as an indication. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat.
Next, yes, Mataji. Sudha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat. Mane keha haya dhira keha ta adhira ye tina bede keha haya dhira dhira. Translation by Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. There are three types of women experiencing jealous anger: sober women, restless women, and women both restless and sober. Thank you, Mataji.
So here in the previous shloka, Swarup Damodar is saying that it is not possible to give complete statement about the different types of anger, but some general principles, some general observations can be told. Accordingly, now here he is stating that there are three types of women. Sober women, when they are showing their anger. Sober women, restless women, and some women who are both sober as well as restless. What does he mean by that? He is going to explain in the coming shlokas. Let us read. Yes. Kishori Chitra Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
After that, Lalita Narayanan Mataji. Please read Mataji. Yes.
Text 144. धीरे कांते दूरे देखी करे प्रभु ध्याना निकटे असीले करे आसुना प्रधाना. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. When a sober heroine see her hero approaching from the distance, she immediately stands up to receive him. When he comes near, she immediately offers him a place to sit.
Yeah. So, generally in the old movies, how the heroines will be, how the actress will be. Very sober, very polite, very humble. Yeah? So like that. Or even we see our mothers and our grandmothers, no? How much ever they are angry, but with their husband, they will always talk politely only. With their husbands, they will be always talking in the sweet words only. And they will not even show that they are angry on them. That is the first category of people, Swarup Damodar is telling. The girls or the ladies who are sober type of category. So what they will do, they are very angry on their husband. But as soon as they see their husband coming towards them, what will they will immediately dress correctly. They will stand in front of him. They will offer him a seat, serve him water, give him something to eat. And like that, they will not show their anger outside. They have it inside, but in front of their husband, they are not going to show it. That is called a sober person. Okay, next. Lalita Mataji, would you like to read? Are you there, Lalita Mataji? Okay. Now, yes.
हृदय कोप मुखे कहे मधुर वचन प्रिया लिंगिते तारे करे आलिंगन. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The sober heroine conceals her anger within her heart and externally speaks sweet words. When her lover embraces her, she returns his embrace. Hare Krishna.
Yes. So this is what she does. Huh? She will be very mild in her words, and she will speak with good words. And when the husband wants to embrace her, she will embrace him in return, like that. But she is not expressing her anger outside. That is the main point to be considered. Yes, Mataji. Shamish, who was that? Meenakshi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. 146 Mataji.
Yes.
Sarala vyavahara kare manera pushana kim vasulandha vakhe kare priya nirasana. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The sober heroine is very simple in her behavior. She keeps her jealous anger within her heart, but with mild words and smiles, she rejects the advances of her lover. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So she is actually not going to do whatever he wants. She will reject also, but that too she will reject whatever he wants her to do in a very pleasing voice. She will not get angry and speak harsh words to him because she is a sober type of person. Yes, Ameshwari Mataji. 147.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Adhira Nishthura Vakye Karaye Bharsana Karnotpale Tade Kare Malaya Bandhana. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The restless heroine, however, sometimes chastises her lover with cruel words, sometimes pulls his ear, and sometimes binds him with a flower garland. Thank you, Mataji.
This is the second category of women, the restless women. So how they will behave? They will, show their anger outside. They will fight with their husband or their beloved. They will say bad words to him. Even they are pulling his ears, and like that, she will throw some things on him. Like that, she is behaving. Okay, 2 more to go. We'll stop at 150. Yes. Shobha Mataji, and after that, Navkishori Mataji.
Hare Krishna Dandavat Pranam Mataji. Text 148. Dhira dhira vakravake kare upahasa kabu stuti kabu ninda kabuva udhasa. Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The heroine, who is a combination of sobriety and restlessness, always jokes with equivocal words. She sometimes praises her lover, sometimes blasphemes him, and sometimes remains indifferent. Hare Krishna Dandavat.
This is the third category of women, the mix of sober and restless. So sometimes she is aggressive, sometimes she is very polite. Sometimes she will respond, sometimes she will not respond only. Like that, it's a moody thing. Some people are very moody like that. 149.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Dandavat Pranam, Prabhupada ki jai. Mugdha Madhya Pragalbha Tina Nyayikara Veda Mugdha nahi jane manira Vaidagya Veda. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Heroines may also be classified as captivated, intermediate, and impudent. The captivated heroine does not know very much about the cunning intricacies of jealous anger. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Again, 3 more categories Swarup Damodar is telling. One who is captivated, the intermediate, and the impudent. The captivated heroine does not know very much about the cunning intricacies of jealous anger. She does not know how to express her anger. She is so much captivated by the love of her husband. She is so much giving up herself to the husband that she, in her anger also, she doesn't know how I can offend my husband. It is not possible for me to do that. So she cannot do it in any way. 1 more will go. Yes, who is it? Sudha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Muka acha diya kare kevala rodana Antera Priya Vakye Shuni Haya Parasanna. Translation by Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. The captivated heroine simply covers her face and goes on crying. When she hears sweet words from her lover, she is very satisfied. Thank you, Mother.
So she doesn't know how to express anger. So she just goes on crying by covering her face. And as soon as her lover comes and pacifies her with very soft and loving words, she immediately gets okay. She immediately gets satisfied, and immediately she will forget her anger also, like that. Okay. Okay, we'll stop here from 151. Let us continue tomorrow. Today, actually, I'm stopping because I have a small video, one more video, which I would like to share over here.